600 years and then write about what kind of things will happen there. Unlike this, H.G. Wells, who used to write in the 19th century, or Jules Verne used to write in the early 19th century, they used to write on a travel journey to the moon, or War of Worlds, or Journey to the Center of the Earth. There was a very beautiful movie, I have seen it in my childhood on this. These are science fantasies, they are not science fictions. Arthur C. Clarke, thinking about what is going to happen in 300 years next, is extending today's level of technology development, and therefore that's science fiction. It's not true, but fiction based on scientific, solid arguments. Get that different. Here is something which I do not know where from he gets that idea that we will have time travel. So we'll squeeze time, the speed at which we'll be traveling will squeeze the time, and therefore that basic question I ask you. If today you start the interstellar, as it is called, between two stars, interstellar journey, then you are going to reach there after 1 lakh of years. That is the nearest station that we are going to have around us. He said that can be squeezed to something like 50 years. Wonderful. I do not believe in fantasies, I believe in facts. I believe in speculation based on facts. Speculation is a guess, which I can believe, yes, but not this. And I really wonder why. Why? Maybe his concern about the human society, about the humanity is really so very intense that the guy has forgotten that he is first a scientist and then a speaker. How could he make that kind of a statement is an enigma to me. I cannot understand. For me, it's impossible. And I suppose if any one of you comes out with that argument which can prove me wrong, believe it or not, I'll be the happiest person in the world. If any one of you or any one among those 600 billion population of this earth comes out and proves me wrong, I will still be the happiest person, because I at least believe that yes, if not me, my children, my grandchildren will reach a safe place somewhere, sometime. But somehow this doesn't permit me to think of it today. And hence I have, with all respects to all the achievements of great Professor Hawking, I have that fundamental question. You said the earth has to be left, and you are compelled to colonize the space. Just tell us the station. Where do we go from here? And my question is open to anybody under the sun to answer. And the answer that I have is something that can be taken as a hypothesis and tested. I have no objection to it. We will have to stay here, come what may. Therefore, the only alternative left for us is to colonize the earth, recolonize the earth. For this, we will require a tremendous amount of change in our own thinking. I do not know whether the humanity is ready for it today. Because the change that has to be brought about is a change in the mindset, in the change in the way in which we are looking at nature, change in the way in which we are looking at a society. And for me, now I am going slightly out of science. Until now I was talking about science. But for me, society and nature, that is environment, are manifest form of God. Manifest, you understand? That which you can see, feel, touch. Because God cannot be seen, we don't have that ability. Bhagavad Gita calls it beyond the intellect. Yo buddhe paratastu saha. So God is beyond your intellect. So is the formation of the society, but we have consciously built society as an organization. And we are out to destroy these two. Both these are protective covers that are provided to us, and we will be able to live only if the society lives, only if the society functions well, and two, only if nature functions well. And I don't think I have to tell you, but probably the realization hasn't come to you even now. Only the understanding of it has come, but not the realization. We are destroying our own earth. And unfortunately, the answer to the question number one that I asked you, the biggest difference between the catastrophes that the earth suffered from all these eons. Eon is a very, very, very long time, which really cannot be measured. The difference between the various calamities that the earth sustained and survived for eons were all nature created. They were all produced by nature. Call them accidents, call them nature's design, anyway, we do not have an idea. But they were all designed by nature. Probably nature, which destroyed the major part of the life forms on the earth, had the capacity to recreate it. Today's catastrophe, today's problem is created by us. We, in our own insatiable demand for resources which we want to get from nature, and we don't want to care for the sustenance of that Mother Nature. We, the same people, having an infinite desire to consume continuously, have come to a stage wherein we have become perverts. And please get that difference. If you are hungry and you ask for food, that's natural. But if you ask for food when you are not hungry, then that's perversion. And please don't think that I am telling you something imaginary. History has had examples wherein an entire civilization was affected by this particular mental disease. Insatiable wants. Wants which cannot be satisfied. And what were they doing it for? And mind you, I am not talking of Atlantis which was lost, I am talking of the Roman Empire. Roman Empire extended from in the northwest corner from UK to the southwest corner of what we today have as Israel. I am bringing before you the map of entire Europe and half of Asia. That much was the spread of Roman Empire. Taxes which used to be exorbitant used to be collected from all of these regions, and Rome was the center of the highest collection of purchasing power. Again, Roman system of society was only 30% of the people were free, the 70% of them were slaves. Slaves did not have any rights. They were used as commodities, bought and sold like commodities, were also offered as for praying God, for pleasing God. They were offered as sacrifices. 30% of the population having such a fantastic flow of wealth coming to them. Did they become more enlightened? Did they think of what God is like? And did they think of becoming like gods? No. If you are hungry and you do not have food, then you become an animal. And I don't deny that possibility. I don't blame anybody like that. If you are intensely hungry and you have been denied food, then you will certainly do anything under the sun to get the food. You do not mind killing some people for getting food. Even that can be possible. So if you are hungry, you can be an animal. If you are satisfied, really speaking, at the physical level, you have sufficient food, your your need for food is satisfied, but your desire for food is not. Get me clearly, because this is not the experience of most of us here. But that was the case with that Emperor Nero from Rome, who used to take a medicine for vomiting and again would feel hungry. What would you call that? This is perversion. You have a shortage of food, you know for certain. You want the food is okay. You have it until you are saturated with that food. You wanted to have an experience of eating something else which you cannot do ordinarily. Then I call this as a diabolic stage, wherein the people fall to the level of demons. They become demons. Ordinary entertainments did not please them. Ordinary entertainments, like for example with Vaida Raman dancing in Guide, or any one of these which are ordinary healthy entertainments. They do not satisfy them. That's more than enough. So what would they like? They would like to see the bloodshed. And therefore, on a ferocious animal like a lion was kept hungry for 5, 6, 7, 8 days. And a slave, who was not a human being, a slave was brought, he was thrown into the same quadrangle, and the lion was dead. And then those Romans used to bring their children and their wives to see and enjoy how the lion tears that man to pieces, how the blood spreads everywhere, and they used to clap and shout. Would you call this as a human society? This is a demonic society. This is a society which is pervert. It is below the human level. That was the reason why Roman Empire collapsed like a bungalow of cards.